One of the important parts about understanding the molding capability of the machine is the molding knives themselves. And I want to talk about those for a couple of minutes because we also supply the tooling to you, whether it's a standard pattern or a custom pattern. We supply that tooling, and that obviously is where the rubber meets the road. I mean, if you don't have good tooling, you're not going to get good molding. So in addition to the variable fee, which is so important in making good molding, and just a shaft that will spin and feed rollers that will feed your workpiece, the actual tooling itself is incredibly important, and we supply that tooling to you, whether it's a standard or a custom pattern. It's M2 steel, so you're getting the best tool steel, you're getting the best reproduction of the pattern that you have. And in addition, like all of our stuff, we stand behind our knives. We back them with a 30-day, no questions, money back guarantee, so that the knife will be right and it will suit your needs. That really comes into play with our custom knife program. Again, what's so cool about the custom knife program is whether you've got a molding that you envision or that your customer envisions, or whether you're trying to match an antique molding, we can do it. So what we do with the antique molding is hopefully you will send us a little sample of the molding, and we will cut a very thin slice of that sample. We actually put it on a scanner and make an image of it. And then we bring that image into our CAD program so that we draw the drawing that then goes into the machinery that cuts your knife actually comes directly from a scan of your actual workpiece. Again, the Woodmaster Advantage. Most of my competitors in this field, they will tell you they make a molding machine, okay? And as I pointed out earlier, there are things they don't always emphasize, like that you have to do multiple passes to do your molding, or that they don't have true variable feed rate so that you're going to have tear out on very high dollar pieces of wood. But in addition to that, this service that we offer is part of the Woodmaster Advantage. The fact that we will make the tooling for you and stand behind it is something that no other company I know of offers in this field. And in fact, you know, some of my competitors, again, they don't use the quality of steel that we use, and they don't offer the customization that we offer in making the molding knives. Compare that to going and having a custom molding setup done at a lumber yard, and you're talking about pennies on the dollar. The cost of doing custom work on the Woodmaster is really affordable. It's not cheap, it's real money. But when you compare it to other options you have for recreating that historic molding or bringing to life that vision that you or your customer have of the molding, when you compare that to the other options that are out there, it is extremely affordable. You're not going to have a big setup charge like you do at a lumber yard. And again, you're going to be providing the labor, you're not going to be paying the lumber yard's labor. So it really is a very fair and economical way to meet the end of having a custom molding and having unique stuff in a home. The other point about affordability with custom jobs, I've actually had contractors and customers who've done the comparison, who have compared purchasing molding for a job, you know, custom molding from a lumberyard, run and set up by the lumberyard, compared that to using the Woodmaster, and they've actually found that they can bid the whole machine into the job, run the molding for less, and so they're saving their customer money. Their customer's better off, but at the end of the day, they have the machine and they have the tooling. The customer has paid less, so everybody's better off. So, and I'm not saying that happens every time, but I do have customers where that has been the case, that they have compared running their own custom molding for a given, you know, probably a large job, but for a given job, they've compared that to having it done, you know, with the setup charges and everything else at a lumberyard, and they've found that the Woodmaster allows them to give their customer a better product at a better price, and at the end of the job, our customer, the contractor, has this machine which he can then use in the future to again help his customers get a better product at a better price. That's an advantage for everyone. It's an advantage for the end user, it's an advantage for the contractor, it's the Woodmaster Advantage.